Hello viewers, I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina. Today my guest is from Florida and he just arrived here in Philippines and he is my subscribers. Mike, welcome to my Iloilo City and welcome to my channel. Please tell viewers your name and what is your job in USA.
My name's Michael. I work for the state of Florida in the government, and I've been in the Philippines now for 2 days.
Oh wow. Mike, you traveled here from the state of Florida. How was your journey and what is your impression of the Philippines?
It was a very long trip. I had to travel like 9,000 miles. It took 36 hours between planes and airports. And then my opinion of the Philippines is really good. I've enjoyed my time here so far. It's been short, but I've liked it so far. I've got to experience a lot of things. Try Jollibee, which you can't get very much in the States. I got to ride in Grabs, and I got to ride in a trike. I don't suggest that if you're taller than 5'6", though. I'm not a small guy, but I'm not very big either. Mm-hmm. And I'm bumping my head in a trike.
Okay, you had a successful LDR and are now with a young and beautiful age gap Filipina. What are your thoughts after meeting your LDR Filipina and were all your expectations meet?
Oh, my expectations were more than met. Like I said, we've been talking for almost 7 months now. We talk every day. I love her. She loves me. We just get along very well, and I don't really see the age as an issue.
Did she show you the tampo?
I've seen some tampo before, not in person, but.
So no, you don't need to worry the tampo, just a normal for Filipina. Okay, how did you both react after meeting?
It just felt natural. I mean, now, it was a little awkward because, like I said, I spent, the better part of 32, 36 hours either on a plane or an airport, so I smelled really bad. So, we didn't, we had to, stay a little bit apart because I was sweaty and dirty and, I had to make sure I cleaned up first. And, once I was able to clean up the airport and plane smell off me, everything went great.
So that's why you come out late in the airport?
Yeah.
Okay, do you feel the age gap difference as you get to know each other, or is the culture more of a challenge than any other difference or communication aspect?
Communication isn't a problem. The age gap is not as big a deal as the customs. You have to, if you're an American or Westerner and you come to the Philippines, you can learn about things from like other expats and talking to other Pinoy and Pinay, but there's a difference between listening to it and learning it, and you really have to be out here and immerse yourself before you can really understand it. I mean, I've only been here 2 days and I'm learning things that you're not going to learn just by talking to people online.
Mm-hmm. So how, after Iloilo, where you want to go after here?
We're going to be here for Dinigyang. We're looking to go to El Nido, Palawan. And my asawa is from southern Leyte. So we're going to go out to the Cebu Leyte area. She wants to visit a church called Samala. Mm-hmm. She talked to me a little bit about that. I guess it has some really strong Catholic draw to it.
Are you willing to try salted fish? Are you willing to try salted fish in Leyte?
Yes, I agreed to try some certain things that I didn't want to. Salted fish is not that big of a deal, but I agreed to balut, which I fought really hard about not eating, but I agreed that...
You want balut?
No, I don't want balut, no. And,
disgusting.
Yeah, I've talked to I think I've talked to one person out of like 40 that's had it and said they liked it.
But some people they like because they drink, I think, or they eat in the dark place. I don't know. I never tried that.
Okay, I don't think something tastes better because it's in the dark, but I guess, if you're going to eat balut, get the one without the actual duck in it.
You just feel you're eating the bone. Okay, you have heard many pros and cons about the Philippines from YouTubers and forming your own opinion. Can you name me 3 pros and cons since you have arrived in the Philippines.
I'd say for pros, a lot of friendly people here. It's fun. The cost of living here compared to the West, it's crazy.
Cheap.
Yeah, it's much cheaper. Like I said, we went to the S&M market in the mall and got a lot of things, and it was less than 2,000 pesos, which is, what, $30 American. We got all sorts of stuff to last for a while. And it's just, an interesting experience. As far as the cons, if you're sensitive to heat, get ready. And, aircon is not readily available in a lot of places. Like in the condo we're in now, it is. But in the hotel we stayed in before we came to Iloilo, it took a while for it to work. And, if you're sitting in a place with no aircon and I live in Florida and I still couldn't get used to a no aircon. And keep in mind, this is the end of this is the end of January. It's still very hot here. So if you're thinking, I'll go, December, January, it's not going to be so hot. No, it's still going to be hot.
Yeah.
And, like I said, the travel around, like I haven't been on a jeepney yet, but I have seen them and I'm looking at them going, I'd like to try it once and then probably, I was on a trike.
Well, later.
And like I said, I'm 5'7" maybe, I would say.
No, you need to ride a bus. Because now they use bus. Maybe we try later.
Well, we had to go, take a short trip by trike. So you can't really take a bus. So we had to take a little trike. And like I said, even me, I'm not an incredibly tall person, not by Western standards at all. And, my head was constantly banging, especially if you, hit any type of bump or anything like that. So, if you're anything close to 6 foot, you're going to have the world's biggest headache if you can even get inside a trike. Mm-hmm. So, if you want to, go by, jeepney or trike, it's an experience, but it's not something you want to do. And transportation, like so far, we've taken one taxi and that hasn't, been a problem. But, I've heard a lot of stories from people here, saying, especially if you get like a taxi, especially the one that's not metered, be careful because, there are scams here. And, there are, some people will say one price and then they'll get there and they'll say another price that's 3 times that.
Yeah, correct. That's true.
And remember, as a foreigner, you have no rights here.
If you go to the market, like wet market, they will give you twice the price. So if your girlfriend wants to go to the wet market, don't go, or you just stay at that other place and then let her buy in that store because the owner or the shop will give you double price.
Yeah, and we foreigners know that as skin tax.
Yeah, that's the way of the Filipino. Do you have any long-term plans for yourself and your beautiful Filipina, or just take it one step at a time?
Well, I have plans in mind, but a lot of this is I'm nowhere near retirement age. I'm still looking at 20 years away from retirement, but I work from home back in Florida. Now, because I work for the government and I use government equipment, I can't just, pack it up in the Philippines because if that ever breaks, I'm 9,000 miles away and we're going to have a problem. But, I'm looking at getting a job that I can do anywhere. And if I can do that, I'm going to look at, kind of doing whatever you want to call it, expat, passport bro, quote unquote, whatever it takes, to be out here, make things work.
You just need a thing. You can work here in Philippines because you work online, right?
Yes.
You need only the internet, or you can install also solar to your house so that you have internet.
Yeah, and you just need to make sure you live in a place that you can either have like a generator or solar, or live in a major city where brownouts aren't going to happen all that much.
Because if province, like every week there's a brownout.
Yeah, and like I said, when I was talking to my asawa back when she was in Southern Leyte, there were a lot of times where I wouldn't hear from her because it was a brownout, and I didn't know about that until she got the power back.
Yeah, it's like that in province. Annoying. That's why I bought land in the city because Of course, I want the nice place, better place, not always raining. So I'm nearby in the market also.
Yeah.
Okay, what areas have you visited since your arrival, and what areas do you plan on visiting before returning to the USA?
Well, like I said, I landed in Manila. Her family stays in Quezon City, which is in the Metro Manila area, which is another large city. The next day, we were on a plane to Iloilo, where we're at now. And before we go back, like I said, we're just gonna, do a little bit of island hopping. I'm here for about a month. I've just heard great stories about El Nido, Palawan, about the beaches and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go check that out. And then, we decided for Leyte because that's where her family's from. So we're gonna see some of her extended family there.
Okay, the salted fish is ready for you there.
Okay.
Supposedly, you are very lucky and your LDR is a true virgin. Do you believe that after meeting here or think otherwise?
No.
Okay. You are quite young and not eligible for retirement for many years. What plans, if any, have you discussed with your Filipina to bridge the distance in the relationship and give her a reason to stay faithful and committed to you? You know, time and distance has its pros and cons, with more cons than pros.
Yeah, I understand, there are pros and cons, but, if you're really with the one you're supposed to be with, you make it work. But the thing is that with a long distance relationship, if you have any, trust issues, any insecurities, don't bother. Because every time, they don't answer the phone, for a video call, anytime, something happens, it's going to bother you. Like I said, I'm secure in what I have with her. If she's not able to talk, whenever I'm ready, I don't think, she's with some other guy or, she's doing something, shady or anything like that. If you really, if the love is really there, then you make it work.
Exactly. So do you have any question to me or to the viewers watching our video before I end our interview?
No.
To all the foreigner or expat that they are willing or they are finding ultimate Filipina, do you have any last word to tell them or advice to them?
I would say, just be open and honest. I will say, just be realistic. If and there are places you can find out. If you suspect a red flag, trust your instinct. Now, I got kind of lucky. I got kind of vetted for my
And she
girl.
also educated.
Yes. So I knew what I was getting into beforehand. But if there's any red flags, just kind of trust your gut. There are a lot of wonderful Pinoy and Pinay here, but don't confuse that for 100%.
Yeah.
If you're ever suspicious about something, chances are your gut is right. Now, don't automatically assume the worst either. Just make sure you're willing to be open, be understanding, but be realistic.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike, for having in my channel. So to all expat that you are looking for ultimate Filipina, just wait and take your time. You need to know them first before you stay together or you cohabitate together. Thank you for watching. I'm Jane, the ultimate Filipina, wishing you an ultimate day, an ultimate life in the Philippines. Take care. Bye.